Hi, welcome to another episode of Amputee Outdoors. I'm your host Glenn, and today I thought I needed to take a break from all the stress of what's going on in the world and in work. Go out in the woods for a while, have a bit of a walk. Always clears my head, makes me feel better. You should do that too. It's good for you. One of the things I want to talk about today is something that's happened a lot that I've seen over this year, is people going missing or getting injured out in the woods, going out hiking and camping. Now this happens every year, and there's statistics for it for different campsites, national parks and places around the country of people going missing or getting injured, but this year it seems like a lot more. And that kind of worries me and scares me a little bit. So I thought I'd do a little video of some tips and tricks that you probably already know, maybe you don't, and a couple of things that I do to make sure that when I go out hiking and camping, I stay safe, okay? So join me on my little walk around the forest, and we'll talk about a few of those things. So the first kind of safety tip, advice is, let people know where you're going. It's a simple thing to do. Leave a note, leave a map, tell your spouse, your friends, family, whoever. Let them know where you're going and when you expect to be back, so they know, hey, he's not back, she's not back. Let's start looking here. Easy to do, a really smart thing to do. Alright, so another bit of advice, and this is something that I do and that I've seen a lot of other people start to do as well, actually. Now, let me give you a background. When I first got back into hiking, I was very much into the camouflage, tactical, black kind of stuff. It looks cool. It does. It looks cool. We can all acknowledge that, right? Okay. And that's pretty much all the outdoors kind of places saw. Everything was in black or like earth colors. So anyway, I'm out camping and I drop something and I can't find it. I drop something else and I can't find it. I drop something else and I can't find it. This happens over and over again. I realize, hey, it's because all my stuff is kind of either black or dark colored. I'm going to start putting reflective tape on things, and I'm going to put reflective paracord on other stuff, so when I drop something I can find it easily, and it works. I drop something in the dark, I look down with my headlamp, and oh look, there's the thing I'm looking for, or at least the string that's attached to it. Great! And I realized, hey, if that works for all my stuff, and I get lost out in the woods, people looking for me will need the same help. So that's what I'm going to start doing. So that's why you'll see me out hiking and camping wearing bright blue or bright yellow, green, and bright red. If I get lost, I'm injured, I'm unconscious somewhere in a ravine, I want them to find me. If I'm wearing dark colors and I'm blending in with the background, they're going to have a harder time finding me. So bright colors, wear those. It's an easy thing to do, again. Doesn't take much. And, could mean a lot of difference to someone trying to find you. So something else, for a piece of advice for you, the weather. And not just the weather, but the location where you will experience the weather. So for instance, today, it's raining, and I'm in the foothills of the Cascades, and my elevation is pretty low actually. It's only about 500 feet. So the rain that I'm experiencing here is quite manageable. It's not a big deal. But that same rainfall at 4,500 feet up in the mountains, very different effect. If I'm out on a nice sunny day here in the Cascades, hey, that's a beautiful sunny day. That same beautiful sunny day in the Sierra Nevadas, well, that's a very different experience. So know your weather and know where you're going to experience that weather and plan for it. Think about what the weather's going to be like in the morning, midday, and in the afternoon when you're heading back. Is it going to get warmer? Is it going to get colder? Will the wind pick up? Check these things so that you bring the right equipment. and the right clothing. Speaking of clothing, I want you to repeat these words. Cotton kills, cotton is rotten. Cotton kills, cotton is rotten. Keep those words in your mind every time you buy clothing for your outdoor adventures, whether it's hiking, camping, backpacking, what have you. Cotton is bad. Cotton is very good at holding moisture and releases it very slowly. Now, if you're in a hot climate and it's very, very dry, that's actually probably a good thing. And my experience when I have hiked occasionally in kind of a desert environment, cotton has been my friend. But if you're hiking in any situation where the temperature is going to be dropping and it's going to be wet all the time, or the temperature is going to be dropping and you're going to be dry all the time, or the temperature is going to be dropping and everything else is all the same, cotton is not your friend. Cotton is a bad thing. It will hold on to that moisture, and as the temperature drops, it'll hold on to that moisture of your sweat, or the moisture in the air, anything you've spilled on yourself, but mostly your sweat. And that water will start to get colder and colder and colder and colder, and it will bring your body temperature down with it. Okay? Now, again, if you're in the desert, not a bad thing. Synthetic and wool are the best things. Okay? They will wick away the moisture, or they will dry very, very quickly. The water will evaporate very, very quickly. And even if the temperature goes down, you won't get colder because of the moisture trapped in against your body. Wool is also good because even when it gets wet, it keeps the heat in. I mean, ask all those Scotsmen. They're not kidding when they're wearing all that wool. Okay? It holds the heat in. So, cotton is rotten, cotton kills, synthetics and wool. So if you're out there up in the mountains and it starts getting cold and you're down from your sweat, or it's been drizzling and you're getting wet through your rain jacket, because even wearing a rain jacket, you're still going to get wet. Just happens. You're not going to have your body temperature drop so much and so fast, because you don't want that. Hypothermia can set in, and that can lead to a lot of problems very quickly. All right. Another piece of advice. Stay on the trail. Stay on the trail. Now, I'm guilty of breaking this one myself. If you've seen my video from when I went up to Beckler Peak, I went off the trail. It was all covered in snow. It looked like I had a shortcut according to my little map I had on my phone. I thought, if I just cut across here, I'll get up to that other switchback. And yeah, I mean, that'll be easy. That'll be fine. And got all this snow here. It'll be fine. Well, I slipped. I went down a lot further than I was planning, and I covered a lot of distance very, very quickly, until I fell through the snow into a creek and twisted this knee. All right? I was also covered in scratches and bruises all over my arms and my legs. Now, I didn't break my leg. This was hurt. I managed to hobble my way back to the trailhead. And of course, my wife berated me for my stupidity, justifiably so. And I had to go to physical therapy. I got lucky. I got very lucky. I could have broken my leg very easily. Then what? No cell phone reception. That's how accidents happen. Stay on the trail. And there are a few other reasons you want to stay on the trail as well. You can cause erosion and damage to the natural environment around you going off the trail. Okay? You're stepping into someone's living room, kitchen, house when you step off the trail. Think about it that way. This is not my place. This is the place where the animals live, and I'm just walking through and visiting. I'm not going to go walking in their bedroom making a mess of things for them, okay? I'm going to stay on the trail and be very polite. So stay on the trail, respect the nature around you, and stay safe doing it. Hey, so the last thing I want to mention is bring the right gear. Now, that always includes the 10 essentials. You can go online, you can find what the 10 essentials are and what to bring and how much of something. My 10 essentials bag, about yay big, doesn't include the food and the water, of course. It's about this big, and it has everything I need in it that covers the 10 essentials. Think about where you're going. Like I mentioned previously about the weather and the location. Are you going to need crampons? Are you going to need more food than you thought? Are you going to be going into an area where it's going to be very, very hot and dry, but it's going to start raining the next day? Are you properly prepared? Bring the right equipment, okay? That can help. If something goes wrong, the weather changes, you're prepared. Bring the right equipment. Make sure you've got the 10 essentials in there. Well, I'm going to head home now. It's getting a little bit late. I don't want my wife worrying about me. And besides, I think I'm supposed to cook dinner tonight. Anyway, so there's lots of statistics of people getting lost in the woods. I don't want to ever see any of you as one of those statistics. I don't want to read the news that another person's been lost out in the woods. The news I want to read, the news I want to see, the social media updates I want to see, they're where search and rescue teams are being downsized for lack of work. That would be a good headline. See you out on the trails. Have fun.